Hello, 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 and welcome to Keeping It Real, Cooking with Lisa. I'm Lisa, and I thought it would be fun. I have some boneless pork ribs, and I am going to be using the smoke and barbecue sauce from the Good BBQ Real Fast collection. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to make our barbecue wet rub. The recipe is right on the back of the package for our barbecue rub. I'm going to tip it upside down, grab my Epicure scissors, cut, put that in my 4-cup prep bowl. And Epicure has the 4-cup prep bowl, and it comes with a lid. And you can also get a set of 4 1-cup prep bowls that also come with a lid. We're going to add oil and 2 tablespoons of, it calls for apple cider vinegar, but I am using rice vinegar because that's what I prefer. But you can follow the recipe exactly and use your apple cider vinegar, or you can be like me, and if you prefer a rice vinegar or a different type of vinegar, please use the one you like. I'm going to take Epicure's mini whisk, and I'm going to whisk this seasoning together. Yum! And we're going to make a glaze. All right, check that out. I wish you could smell. Oh my gosh, that smells lovely. All right, throw that in the sink. So now what we're going to do is we're going to bake these or cook them and steam them in the oven for a half an hour. But first, what we're going to do is we're going to use Epicure's multi-purpose steamer. This is the lid. You have the base. And then it comes with a shelf in here for when you cook pasta or bacon or homemade potato chips, but we don't need that today. So I'm just going to set it to the side. And what we're going to do is put in our pork ribs. Okay, I'm just going to layer them. Can you guys see that? I'm going to layer my boneless, and I got a boneless pork rib. I have 2 pounds. I'm putting the fat side down. Okay. And I'm going to open up my other 1-pound package. It's actually 2 pounds and like 2¼ pounds. And so this top one, I'm just going to layer the opposite direction. I'm going to wash my hands really quick. I got my hot soapy water right there. And what we're going to do, I'm not going to rub these down like a ton. All right. I'm going to use my Epicure saute spoon. And I'm going to drizzle some of this rub on. Okay. And then, all right, so I'm just going to do a little because I want to save. So I did about half. What we're going to do, I'm going to put the lid on my multi-purpose steamer. Make sure it's closed. And we're going to steam these in the microwave for 8 minutes. I'll be right back. It'll be in a blink for you. All right, so we have about 3.5 minutes left. So while the ribs finish in the microwave, I want to share with you about the Good BBQ Real Fast meal collection. So when you order the Good BBQ Real Fast meal collection, you get the smoke and barbecue, you get an O Canada, a Montreal steak, and a teriyaki seasoning. Yum! And as you can hear, all of Epicure seasonings are in glass jars. So you are free and healthy of all that stuff that comes with plastic, which is awesome. Now, when our ribs come out, we are going to be using the full-size sheet pan. As you can tell, I made cookies last night. And I have my Epicure liner on my sheet pan. And this is the full-size sheet pan, okay? And then the recipe calls to cover it with aluminum foil. We are not using aluminum foil. There is enough waste in this world. Instead, I'm going to use my 1/4 sheet liners. I also have the 1/4 sheet pans, but I'm going to use my 2 1/4 sheet liners to cover those ribs instead of foil. And how awesome is that? And also, when you go online, you can actually print out the recipes that come with your meal collection, your Good BBQ Real Fast meal collection, by going to lisabusky.epicure.com. I am one of many consultants, but I'm a ton of fun, so you know you want to order. All right, so let's take these out and stop the timer before it goes off. I'm going to take out my multi-purpose steamer, being careful not to put my hands in front of these 3 holes and push, because if you can see, you'll see how the steam's coming out. Opening away from me, and check out those ribs. I'm going to grab my Epicure grip and grabs. So I only ended up doing 6 minutes, but I could, instead of the 8, the recipe called for 8, I did 6. And can you see they're already whitening and looking beautiful? Now what I'm going to do is take our ribs and I'm going to lay them on the sheet pan, on Epicure's, our full-size sheet pan. Okay, and then I'm going to put the rest of our seasoning, our smokin' barbecue seasoning that comes in the Good BBQ meal collection. We're going to drizzle the rest of that on. Okay, I am putting the fat side down. All right, using my grip and grabs. All of Epicure silicone is a cooking grade silicone. And I am going to drizzle this little bit of broth onto my sheet pan so it just cooks right in. I'm going to throw my multi-purpose steamer right into my soapy water. And then, let me move this way. Actually, I'll move you down. How's that? All right, so now we have our pork ribs. They're boneless. I bought a boneless rib. And what I'm going to do is drizzle my smokin' barbecue sauce. And all it took was oil and vinegar to make this. And the 1 seasoning packet. And I have 2 pounds of meat. And I'm using my Epicure saute spoon. And I'm just going to kind of spread that around. Now, the recipe says to cover with foil. I am not covering with foil. Like I said, I'm going to use my 1/4 sheet liners and cover it with that. And then I have no waste of the aluminum foil. And now what we're going to do is we're going to put this in the oven for 30 minutes. Maybe 20. I think we're going to check it at 20. So my oven is at 300. Going to put that in the oven, set it for 20 minutes. And I'll be right back in 3, 2, 1. And we're back. All right, so what I'm going to do is I actually put them in so they've been in, it'll be 30 minutes instead of 20 because they weren't quite ready at 20. And we're going to take them out, we're going to flip them and then put them in and steam them for another 5 to 10 minutes. The recipe says an hour and a half, but we're going to kind of play it by ear. The good news is it's going to be like a snap to you because I keep stopping the video and I'll be clipping it together. The beauty of technology. So let's try. We're going to take out the ribs and I've used my full-size Epicure sheet pan. All right. I'm going to adjust the camera so you can see. And in case you couldn't tell, I have the Epicure roll-up rack, which also serves as a great trivet. So what I'm going to do is open this away from me because I don't want to get steamed. And remember, instead of foil, I used my 2 quarter liners as my, instead of foil, I used my quarter liners. And the beauty of the Epicure sheet, you notice how we have all this great broth? Yeah, they need to go back in. They're not quite tender, but oh my gosh, they smell good. Because of that big lip, it's not going to overflow as they cook, but all of that juice, they're sitting there and steaming in the juice. So we flipped them over. And what I'm gonna do, cover it back up with my quarter sheet liner, and we're gonna put it back in the oven for about 10-15 minutes, okay? So I'm gonna put these back in, and I will see you in 10. Okay, peeps, let's get them out of the oven. Are you ready? Here they come. And this is Epicure's rolling rack. Works as a great trivet. Or you can put it across your sink. It's held a 43-pound toddler before, just because we wanted to see if it could. And, ooh, check those out. So what I'm gonna do, oh my gosh, yummy, is these are gonna cook another 20 minutes, and then our ribs are boneless pork ribs. So about 8 minutes in the microwave, and then another hour in the oven. And I'm gonna rotate probably one more time at 15 minutes and then take them out at their hour, and the ribs will be done. And again, this is using Epicure smoking barbecue sauce, and it's all part of the Good BBQ Real Fast collection. Teriyaki, Montreal steak, and O Canada. I am Lisa, and you have been watching Keeping It Real, Cooking with Lisa. And tonight was boneless pork ribs using Epicure's multi-purpose steamer, Epicure's sheet pan, liners, trivet. We used the grip and grabs, the 4-cup prep bowl, and a 1-cup prep bowl. How exciting is that? Enjoy, and happy barbecue season. Bye.